Hello, I am Professor Prakash Rao, Coordinator, MCOM Department, Tunga College, Tirthahalli. This is my video number 3 under the subject Managerial Communication. In this video, I am covering a part of employment communication, that is group discussion. Employment communication is a conversation you have with your employer. For example, you have an interview for a job. You show up. The interview starts by asking several basic questions such as what is your age, name, your origin, etc. Later, the employer asks more profound questions to check what qualities you have that will be suitable for the job. This conversation is known as employment communication. The importance of employment communication. If the employer chooses to randomly hire without an interview, the result would be inappropriate selection either from candidates or employer's perspective. Now, if the employer sat down to a conversation, such as an interview to question the person applying for the job, then it would be more of a possibility that the employer would hire someone that would best fit the available position. This is why employment communication is beneficial both for the employer and the applicant. How is it important for the applicant? First of all, the employment communication should be seen in a positive action, for the reason being, for the applicant it would be an opportunity to explain his or her skills that are suitable for the position. What is important in employment communication? To know that you are the best for the job, you should work on the following skills for employment. For example, you should present that you have strong work ethic, how much you are reliable and self-motivated person that should be presented in your communication with the employer. Time management skills, how well you manage your schedule. Problem solving skills, how you can be independently capable in detecting and finding a solution for a problem. Communication skills, do you have the skills to persuade a customer to purchase a product or the skill to satisfy the customer's needs? Computer skills, certainly the employer will be interested in knowing your computer skills, as this will help in improving the productivity and speed of the work. The employment communication will be in three forms. It will be in the form of group discussion, then it will be in the form of interview, etc. The group discussion is a personality test most popular with the public or private sector undertakings. Government departments, commercial firms, IIMs, universities, and other organizations used to screen candidates after the written test. Group discussion is a part of oral communication to gauge or judge the mettle of the candidates prior to their entry into any organization. The communication skills of each one of them are tested along with other equally academically and competent candidates. The ones who qualify at this level are further subjected to rigorous interviews. A group discussion primarily evaluates one's ability to interact in a group on a given topic. It helps in understanding his or her ability for success as a manager or an executive responsible for coordination and organization of activities of groups of individuals. The GD evaluators therefore focus on group dynamics rather than contents of the discussion. This should be kept in mind by every candidate who appear for group discussion or interview in the employment communication. Techniques of group discussions. The candidate who participate in the group discussion after the written test should know how to be present in the group discussions. What are the techniques of group discussions? In a group discussion, a group usually consists of 8 to 10 candidates. No one is nominated as a leader or coordinator to conduct the discussion. Normally, 20 to 30 minutes are given as time to complete the discussion. Each candidate is addressed by name or number. The seating is arranged in a circle or semicircle, and the candidates are seated according to the numbers allotted to them. The group discussion starts without a leader. It is conducted in an atmosphere of free and equal chance for all candidates to express their views on the topic. That means anybody can become a leader in the group according to his attitude. It is during the course of discussion that a leader emerges gradually. A candidate, by his or her maturity, initiative, and ability, clarity of ideas, and understanding of group dynamics, gradually begins to direct the course of discussion. He or she also mediate between the opposing views to evolve a comprehensive view of the whole group. That means during the group discussion, everybody will have an opportunity to become a leader according to his caliber, according to his maturity. He takes initiative to become the leader. He will participate in the discussion and he will emerge as a leader. Qualities needed for group discussions. Group discussions are held with a particular purpose in mind. It may be to select a suitable candidate for job or for admission to a particular course. In these cases, the aim is to select a person owning some qualities which are looked for during a GD. The GD evaluators will observe the qualities of the candidates who have participated in a group discussion. In group discussions, the GD evaluators will see each candidate or observe in the group who are the leaders and what are the qualities each candidate is having. The leadership qualities, taking initiative. In GD leadership qualities, in GD's leadership qualities are identified with the individuals who have the capacity to take initiative during the course of introduction. That means everybody will have free choice to become a leader. This could be in the form of beginning the discussion, mediating different views, summing up at the later stage, etc. Ability to give direction. It is observed that in a group discussion, the participant has the quality and ability to give direction to the entire discussion. That means while candidates discuss on a particular topic, the candidate will see that the topic will be discussed in a particular direction. It is viewed as an essential attribute of a leader with the capability of chalking out a strategy, filtering and finding the emerging new ideas. Taking the group along, not only he should exhibit the quality of taking initiative, he should take group along with him. That would be the quality of a leader. The ability to sum up the discussion not only at the end but also in between is a major quality of the participant. This helps in preventing the group from deviating from the topic. Sometimes while candidates discuss on a particular topic, because of different viewpoints and perceptions of different candidates, topic may be deviated. So the leader should see that there will not be any deviation from the topic. This helps in preventing the group from deviating from the topic. In the course of the discussion, it is not important to be the first speaker, but it definitely is important to make regular contributions throughout the discussion. That means even if a candidate is not obtaining a chance to initiate the discussion, he may later on contribute in the group discussion. It is in the form of willing to take up the task of joining all the ideas and presenting them in nutshell to the participants at regular intervals. That means he may sum up the points that may be offered by a particular candidate or other candidates. Listening. All the above necessitates that the individual should possess capabilities of listening to what the other participants are saying. Listening is evident when the listener shows signs of observing ideas presented by the participant. Not only the candidate should exhibit the quality of leadership and initiate the talk, discussions, and direct the topic, he should exhibit the quality of listening to others also. Goal fulfillment. The leadership qualities observed in the group indicate that the goal has been achieved. In other words, we can say that the topic has been thoroughly discussed by all the participants with appropriate input from leader. That means everybody will contribute for particular topic and the discussion will continue, and at the end there should be a scenario that the topic has been discussed fully. Knowledge of the subject matter. Together with the leadership qualities, it is observed that whether the participants have knowledge of the subject matter. That means, while discussion is going on, the candidates should exhibit their knowledge relating to the topic that is being discussed in the group. Take care that the figures and numbers should not be reeled off. That means you should not bluff. If you don't know a particular aspect, it is better to keep quiet than to intervene and say something not related to the topic. If not in the group, definitely among the experts there is bound to be someone who would be aware of the details. So keeping quiet because of lack of information is really better than trying to impress the experts by producing incorrect information. So you are not supposed to bluff or present incorrect information. Instead of that, keeping quiet is better. Analytical ability. It is observed that whether the participant is able to present a well thought of analyzed presentation in the GD along with the basic information. It means candidate who has participated in the group should exhibit the ability of analyzing the topic. Clarity of thought. While having discussion, each participant is observed as to whether he or she necessarily remains with the central topic or deviates from it due to lack of clarity of thought and concentration. It is observed that whether the candidates have the clarity of thought in relation to the topic that is being discussed. Otherwise, the candidates will deviate from the topic that is being discussed and the movement of the discussion will go somewhere else. Conviction and flexibility. Conviction refers to the candidate who gives an idea or viewpoint with reference to a particular topic should be expected to be a believer of that topic or view expressed. Whatever is being said should be stated with conviction. It often happens that the participants communicate their ideas in a group without really believing in them. It is easy for the experts to identify. It normally happens when the participants is under the misconception that to be heard in the group is more important than possessing concrete ideas. That means it is not important to be heard in the group. That means saying something. Um, and it is more important to possess concrete ideas. Flexibility. Conviction while speaking goes hand in hand with flexibility in approach and ability to appreciate the viewpoint of other person. Sometimes it happens that you have a conviction regarding your viewpoint, but in the process of discussion, you may understand that the other participants have more clarity of viewpoints relating to the topic. Often, a participants make an error in interpreting the topic which he realizes somewhere in the middle of the interaction. In such a case, the need then arises to rectify the mistake and proceed along correct lines. The transition, however, which must be made needs to be extremely subtle without really admitting that a mistake has been made. The speaker has to accept the viewpoint of other participants. To cite an example, if a glaring blunder has been pointed out by a co-participant, you need to be alert enough to realize that it is a mistake. You can start by saying, "Oh, I understand your point of view. That's really good point." And proceed by substantiating the point of the co-participant. That means you may subtly mention that you appreciate the viewpoint of the other person by mentioning that you accept your mistake and correct your viewpoint. So this is the end of the first part of employment communication. The next parts, part number 2 and 3, will continue with other aspects of employment communication. Thank you for listening.